online, and I've had to jump off and jump back on again. So I just give them a second to jump back in and say good morning. It's Wednesday. Happy hump day. Oh, I can't believe that it's only just over a week to go until the Northwest VA conference. How amazing, how quickly has that come around. And lots of little things going on in the background now. Goodie bags, finally getting goodie bags finished and in contact with all the speakers to get them to send over their bits and pieces. But yeah, everything going really well. I'll be doing the last bits and pieces with Naomi hopefully this week, and then we will be ready to go for next Thursday. So, as we know, it is 8 days until the Northwest VA conference. It's our 9th year, and we have a fantastic theme, obviously, this year, which is all about future-proofing your business. And we know that it's been a really difficult couple of years. We've been able to have a couple of conferences, one face-to-face and 2 online, during this last 3 years, which has been awful not to keep getting people in the room. And I can't wait to get everybody back in the room next week. It'll be really nice to see everyone. It was lovely to see everyone at the Northeast VA conference a couple of weeks ago that Pam and I attended. Wonderfully run by Amy and Gwen. I can see that they've already released the date for next year as well. So dates, three main events really to get in your diary for definitely for next year. Still a couple for this year, obviously. So there'll be 3, as I know of at the moment, there are 3 VA conferences for next year. So it's a great opportunity for us all to get together and keep collaborating, keep learning. It will be really lovely to have something continuous in the diary, I think, for us to keep looking forward to. So back to next week. What can you expect? If you are watching this on catch up, because I know obviously everybody that's commenting on here and is here today is wonderfully attending, and I can't wait. So if you've not already booked your tickets for next week, then there's still time, but only until midnight on Friday this week, because we do have to give final numbers to the venue, and obviously we need to prepare name tags and signing in sheets and all of that operational stuff that obviously we as VAs all love, and Naomi does so wonderfully well. So what can you expect? So the itinerary is on the website, but basically it's check-in at noon, I think, on the Thursday. We've got 2 fantastic sessions with Paula Cohen and Lucy Rennie on the Thursday afternoon, and they are full-on hour-and-a-half interactive sessions. Please don't think that by me saying they are full-on that it's a death by PowerPoint or you're sitting there for an hour and a half and you are literally just being talked at. We don't do things like that at the Northwest VA conference. It is totally interactive. Both speakers are really, really fun. They're bouncy. We'll interact. We'll move around. We'll chat to everybody, get you involved, get you listening and talking to each other, and really getting some fantastic platforms and processes in place to make sure that you can future-proof your VA business for whatever life throws at you. And that's really the main focus of both of those sessions, that it doesn't matter what happens externally or internally in your business, you have a process and a platform to be able to work from and ensure that you can successfully continue to build and grow your business and thrive. We've got the afternoon cupcakes sponsored by the wonderful Annabelle Kay of Coffee Clatch, and I had to choose the flavours last week, I think it was early last week. So there are 3 different types of flavours. There will be plenty to go around, and even probably for you to maybe take 1 or 2 home, or take one up to your room if you're staying over. So don't worry about that, but they are going to be gorgeous, and we're really delighted that Annabelle has sponsored us again for that, because it's a lovely part of the day. It will break up that afternoon brilliantly. And then obviously we've got the really informal dinner on the Thursday night. Naomi will be getting in touch with all the attendees over the next couple of days and letting you know dinner menus and things like that. I'm not sure if we're going to do a pre-book because we'd need to prepay. I'm not too sure, but if not, then it will just be, we'll all be together and it will just be as we usually do. Order on the night, everybody pays for their own. There's loads of laughs, there's loads of conversations, there'll be lots to talk about after those first two sessions. Obviously there'll be gin, there will probably be pudding, and there'll just be loads of fun. It's just a really, really nice, relaxing evening for everybody to get to know each other a little bit more personally, rather than just talking business talk. Obviously there'll be business talk, always. And then obviously on the Friday, we've got 4 full sessions. They're all 45 minutes. Naomi's saying she's in contact today. Updates will be coming soon, read dinner. Favourite part. And it's always, especially for Naomi and I, as soon as we know the date and when the menu's released by the venue, we always have a sneaky look and think, I think I'll have that. But, you know, that's just us, and everyone might just like to choose on the day. So back to the Friday. I think it's registration at 9 on the Friday morning, and then we've got 4 sessions. We will always endeavour to try and get away before the rush hour in Warrington, because around that area is always a little bit of a nightmare, but we will endeavour to get away as quickly as possible. We've got some fantastic additions alongside our speakers, which I've not actually released yet, but I will run through with you when I've spoken about our speakers. Following, I'll do a little bit of an update as I always do, and then we always have a fun icebreaker to get everybody back in the mood, ready for having a fun day. So we'll have a great icebreaker, and I've already decided what the icebreakers are going to be, thankfully now. I'll kick off the sessions with talking about future-proofing your client relationships. And that really comes from other sessions that I do with the Get It Done sessions, and the power hours that I do working with VAs on really looking deep into their business and seeing how do you make it grow, how do you keep those client relationships going. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've only ever spoken once at the conference, and I'm really looking forward to getting back up in front of you and sharing some of my knowledge as well. That's then followed by Bex Bate, who will be talking all things LinkedIn polls, which we had a great session at the Northeast VA conference about LinkedIn. So it'll be really good for me to see Beck's session off the back of that, and hopefully those that attended the Northeast I know you will all massively benefit from Beck's. And then we will have a session from Annabelle Kay just before lunch, I think. Before lunch, I'm sure not after lunch, who please don't be put off by GDPR and ICO and all of that Annabelle talks about. She is the most enigmatic, fantastic speaker. She makes everything fun. She's very, very knowledgeable, so you will get a lot out of Annabelle's session. Then we'll go for some lunch, and we'll have another icebreaker, and then we'll hear from the wonderful Jill Bishop. Now, Jill was a VA originally when I met Jill. She then went away and got an employed position. I came back into the VA world, and now is a wonderful marketeer. So you'll get loads, and Jill's business is called Cherry Aid Marketing. She's got something really, really special for you, and that's going to close off our day. But it's going to be something that you will really want to stick around for, because it's going to be great. So, as I said, a couple of extra things that we've got going on. I've got 3 people coming along this time that are going to share their services with you that can not only support your business, but also your clients' businesses. One of those is a travel counsellor that I use and use through some of my friends. Gaynor Burgess, who is a gold travel counsellor, and she books all of my friends' holidays. She's booked a couple of my clients' holidays, but really talking about the benefit of using somebody like that, where you're protected, where they will 100% look after you and your clients no matter what happens on the holiday. I've had experiences of that before, and it's a real godsend. So Gayna's going to be coming along with her services. She'll tell you a little bit about yourself, and you can just have a conversation with her, find out how it works, and take away her details. We've also got a lady called Alice Mason called biking bookkeeper. Alice is somebody that I met a couple of months ago, and I know that because of AML, anti-money laundering, it's a service that really not a lot of VAs choose to do. I don't choose to do bookkeeping or anything like that because sometimes it can be really difficult navigating around what you can do, what you can't do. So it's always great to have somebody that you can go to and say, and I know obviously Amy provides a brilliant bookkeeping service as well, and there'll be other VAs that will attend. But for my local area, Alice is going to come along and just talk to you about what she does. It's just another opportunity to have a look at different support businesses that might work for you and your clients. As we know, not everybody works with the same person in the same way, so it's always great to have a couple of options. And then we've got a lady called Susie Greatbanks, who is a kind of, I suppose, a personal development coach. And I've had loads of conversations with her lately. She's really great, and I think her businesses show the light. And we've spoke lots of things about kind of manifesting and really looking after yourself and self-care and how you develop your business. She's still working and developing on herself and her business, so it's great to have that insight from somebody else. Sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. Great to have that insight from somebody else that's going through the same kind of things. So just a couple of extra people that are going to be there to help support you and give you different perspectives, because they're all working on future-proofing their businesses and their clients' businesses as well. So it all ties in really nicely. We'll have a photographer there again from last year, Steve McCormick, who is fellow Salford Rugby League fan, and he's the club's photographer as well. His photos are amazing, and last year he took some fantastic ones of speakers and the guests. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Steve coming. He's actually coming on the Thursday afternoon and all day on the Friday, so we're really looking forward to that. So that's really everything about next week and what you can expect. Everybody that's going to be there, please keep sharing, keep letting everybody know that this is happening. As I said, there's only 2 days left for people to secure the tickets. One thing that I will be asking everybody to do this year, because we always ask for some feedback, is thinking about next year. Next year is our 10th anniversary, which I can't believe. Each year, Naomi and Pam will know this, that each year afterwards we say, shall we not do it again? Do you think that was it? Do you think that was the best one? And shall we not do it? And it only takes us a couple of weeks before we think, right, we need to think about the theme for next year. But next year, I want it to be something really, really special. So I will be asking for some feedback on what you think we should do. You know, should we take it somewhere else? Should we make it bigger? Should we incorporate it maybe with another event that's going on within the Northwest? Should we look at that? I'm not too sure. Yeah, Pam, I know, 10 years. I can't believe it. Yeah, so I'll be asking for some feedback. So maybe have some thoughts about that beforehand and think, you know, what should we do? I want it to be really, really special, and maybe we make it bigger and we incorporate it, like I said, with another organisation or another group and bring in some different businesses rather than just VAs. Not sure how everyone would feel about that. So have some thoughts about that. What else have I got to tell you? Today I've released, or I've shared details of the podcast that I did with the wonderful Lucy Rennie of Future Proof Your Business, and for the love of small businesses, I think she has on her podcast as well. So I did this with Lucy a couple of weeks ago and got to share my journey, how I got into the VA industry, why I wanted to do this, how I help other people. We talked about the conference, we talked about niching, we talked about the importance of building relationships over maybe just doing tasks. For me, it is always all about the relationships, and anyone that's ever worked with me as a VA or as a client will know that it's always been about relationships. So I've shared that today. Please take a listen. It's over on my Insta. It's on, I think I've shared it in this group as well today. I will share it across LinkedIn and everywhere, but have a look at Lucy's website and have a look on the link on here. definitely take a listen to it because it's worthwhile. I'm not sure I'm looking forward to listening to my own voice. Yeah, it's not one of my favourite things to do. So what else have I got to tell you? Wow, there'll be... I'm still working on my business and developing. I might take a little bit of time at the end of June and have a think about my mentoring. That's obviously still something that I'm really passionate about and that I want to keep sharing with everybody and helping VAs to develop in their own businesses as well. Yeah, has anyone got any questions? Does anyone want to know anything more about the conference or anything else? Maybe. I know we've got a couple of people still in. Yeah, so as I said before, Naomi will be getting in touch about dinner. I will be contacting all confirmed attendees by the end of this week with updates on what you need to do, re-parking, letting us know if you've got any dietary requirements, that kind of thing. But I'm really looking forward to it. It seems like it's been forever since we were face-to-face. I know it was actually only 2 years ago. For those of you that were there will remember that it was also Naomi's wedding that weekend. So we had a full 2 days at the conference and then we had the wedding. Thankfully, it was in the same venue. So we didn't have to move for 3 days, but it was really lovely to see everybody then. And then we obviously had our online one last year. Oh, Jackie, I know, I'm sorry that you can't attend. I hope you've had a lovely holiday. I've seen some photos. But thank you. And maybe next year when it's 10 years, maybe next year you can join us for the 10-year one. We will definitely for sure make it something special. Yeah, so I think we will, I'll leave it there. And any questions that you've got, please keep just sharing for the last couple of days for ticket sales. If you know anybody else that would like to come along, that would be great. I will be in touch with everybody soon. And yeah, I can't wait to see everybody next week. So have a wonderful day. Try and get out and enjoy some sunshine while it's still here. It is looking like it's going to be lovely and sunny next week. So we can go out and enjoy our cakes on the balcony next Thursday afternoon, but also lunch as well. So I'll be back in touch with everybody soon. Thank you very much for joining us, and I will speak to you later. Take care. Bye.